Hello and welcome to Module 2 of Urban Planning and Management. In this module, we shall be looking at the do's and don'ts in urban planning and management, which is the key principles, practice, and lessons in urban planning and management. The module content that we should be looking at here include ethical principles and best practice in urban planning, common planning mistake and their consequences. We'll also look at ethical standard and professional conduct. We'll also look at public participation and stakeholders engagement. We'll finally look at case studies of successful and failed urban plans before we now draw our conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. The role of urban planning. Urban planning shapes the physical, social, economic, and environmental qualities of cities. And ethics and social responsibility is not just technical task. It directly influences quality of life, equity, safety, and sustainability. The key goal of urban planning is to create functional, inclusive, and resilient urban space. Having known that, let us look at the core ethical principles in urban planning and management. Number one, ethics, public interest, and social responsibility. It involves prioritizing the common goods of the public. So one of the ethics is that public planning should prioritize the common goods and interests of the general public. Number two, equity and social justice. Public planning should be fair in the distribution of resources and opportunity to the entire populace. Number three is sustainability. Public planning should not compromise with future's need. So it should meet today's need without compromising the future's need. Number four, ethic is transparency and accountability. Public planning and management should be open, clear, and justifiable decisions. Number five, it should focus on professional competence and integrity, which involve the use of expertise advice ethically. Number six, the last, is inclusivity, which involve engage diverse voices. That is, let there be mass participation. So all the people involved in the planning should be consulted in the public planning, urban planning policy. Having known that, let us look at the best practice. That is what planners should do. One, evidence-based planning. A planner should use accurate data and research. Number two, integrated planning. Planners should link land use, transport, housing, and environmental. So they should link land use, transport, housing, and environment. So land should not be land use, that is people's residence, should not be far from transportation, housing, and their uh, uh, amenities. That is, the social amenities should not be far from where people live. Number three best practice is inclusive participatory planning, which involves engaging all the stakeholders. Number four is sustainable and resilient design. A city should be designed in such a way that it should be resilient and last for a very long time. That is planned for climatic changes. Number five is collaborative governance, which involve work across all sectors and agencies. Then number six, the last, is continuous monitoring and evaluation, which involve adaptation, adapt plans as needed. So plans should be flexible in order to adapt with the environmental changes. So having known that, let us look at common mistakes, common planning mistake, and what urban planners should avoid. Number one, top-down planning. That is ignoring community input, ignoring the community or the voices that are required to contribute their input. So ignoring community input should be avoided, and it is one of the common mistakes. Number two is poor data and inadequate analysis, which leads to unrealistic projection. So poor data and inadequate data analysis can lead to an unrealistic projection. Number three mistake is lack of coordination. which involve fragmented effort across the agency. So lack of coordination may result to fragmented effort across various government agencies. Number 4 is short-term political influence. That is political influence over long-term sustainability. So when an urban plan has maybe 15 or 20 years plan to manage a city, a change in politics may thwart the plan. Number 5, neglecting the environment, which results in increased climatic vulnerability. Then number 6, the last, limited public participation, which cause resistance and conflict may ensure between government or planners and the host community. Now let us look at the consequences of planning mistakes. So when you uh, make this aforementioned mistake, some of these consequences is bound to take place. One, social and economic inequality. So when you make some of the aforementioned mistake, there should be social and economic inequality, which involve excluding marginalized group. So some group may be marginalized. Some of the group may have adequate resources, while others may be starved with socio-economic amenities. Number 2 consequences is that it will result in environmental degradation, which involve loss of biodiversity, pollution, and flooding. So when you fail to plan very well, there will be environmental degradation. Number 3 is economic losses, which involve inefficient infrastructure, high correction costs. Number 4 is urban sprawl, which will now result in inefficient land use and increased congestion. Number 5, growth of informal settlement due to unplanned expansion. So people will now live haphazardly. Then number 5, loss of public trust. People will not have trust in such urban area in planning institution. So having known that, let us look at professional conduct for planners. So a planner should adhere to the following professional conduct. 1, adhere to professional code such as APA, ISOCARP, ethics. So planners should adhere to professional code. Number 2, professionals should remain honest and objective. Professionals should also maintain independent judgment. That is, they should resist political and commercial pressures. Professionals should also respect the law, follow regulation and zoning policy. Professionals should also protect confidentiality while balancing public interest. Finally, professionals should also commit to lifelong learning. That is, update their skill for evolving changes. So professionals should involve in continuous learning in order to update their skill. Let us look at public participation, why it matters. Public participation is very much sacrosanct because it enhances the following. 1, it enhances legitimacy and public trust in planning. 2, it improves plan quality with local knowledge and need. Number 3, it reduces conflict during implementation. Number 4, it empowers community and promotes social inclusion. The key stakeholders in public participation include the resident, the government, private sector, non-governmental organization, as well as academias. Now let us look at method for effective public engagement. That is the strategies to ensure that the public are highly engaged in urban planning. 1, community workshop and focus group. Here, community workshop is conducting workshop for the community dwellers where they will contribute their opinion. Number 2 is public meeting and town hall. You can conduct public meeting and town hall meeting in order to engage the public. Number 3 is through survey and feedback form. The public can also be participated in urban planning. Then participatory mapping can also be used to ensure that the public are highly involved in urban planning. We also have digital platform and social media. So the use of internet or WhatsApp platform can be used to involve the public in urban planning. Advisory committee with diverse representation is also needed in effective public engagement. Now, the requirement here is that there should be clear communication and genuine consideration of input. So while involving the public, there should be clear communication and genuine consideration of their input. Now, let us look at the case study of successful urban plan using Curitiba, a city in Brazil, as a case study. So the city was well integrated bus rapid transit with land use, which prioritize public transit, sustainability, and mixed use of development. The modeling Colombia is another example, which involved social urbanism, invested in the libraries, parks, cable cars in poor areas. It results in improved mobility, safety, and social inclusion. So this is the example of a successful urban plan. So Curitiba, a town in Brazil, was well integrated with bus rapid transit with effective land use. Whereas modeling a town in Colombia is also another good example of successful urban plan, which was characterized by social urbanism, invested in libraries, park, cable cars in poor areas, which result in improved mobility, safety, and social inclusion. Now let us look at the case study of a failed and struggling urban plan, using Port Harcourt, Nigeria, as a case study. Here in Port Harcourt, there is an unplanned peri-urban sprawl, which results in informal settlement lacking infrastructure. Another result is that it weakens the enforcement of master plan. Therefore, urban renewal in Dockland, Maribond, and Metapet are also a very good example of failed and struggling urban plan. Gentrification prioritized economic gain over community needs. So these are some of the examples of failed urban plan. It results in decreased quality of life, displacement, lack of social infrastructure. So this is a very good example as it has been shown on the image above. Having known that, let us look at the key lesson from successful and failed urban plan. Some of the key factors for successful urban plan include strong community participation. So when you involve the public that matters, there should be a successful urban plan. Integration of sustainability and input transit, public transit. So when there is the integration of sustainability and public transit, the city, the urban plan city, the urban plan must be successful. Then adaptive of government and long-term vision also help to contribute a successful urban plan. Now, some of the factors that result to failed urban plan include poor implementation and enforcement, lack of infrastructure and basic services, capital-intensive over human-centered development, and rapid unplanned expansion. So people living unplannedly are some of the factors that result to failed urban plan. In conclusion, building better cities, urban planning is a value-driven process with long-term impact. They do include plan ethically, inclusively, sustainably, and with evidence. They don't ignore the stakeholders, neglect the environment, or prioritize short-term gain over sustainable plan. Commit to professional integrity, continuous learning, and adaptive governance. The goal is to create cities that are just, resilient, and sustainable for all. Thank you, and God bless you.